Good evening and welcome to the Star Chamber Show live podcast. It is a great Wednesday evening here in Lexington, Kentucky, and it is episode number 476 for those of you keeping score. And it's going to be a great night with an absolutely fantastic guest. And of course, joining me in the co hosting role all the way from Indiana, the land of corn. Yes, the vivacious, the loquacious, and the audacious. Holly Phillippe. And Holly, you should be on the air.
Hello,
I hear you.
hello, hello.
There you are. Hi, Holly.
I am here.
I finally get to say hi to you today. This is exciting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I talked to you. Well, I heard
Maybe
you in the background
a
earlier, but
little
yeah,
bit, little bit. Yeah, I've
yeah.
been
I talked to the kids about their schooling and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been swamped today, and I tell you, it's been a day, but a good day. It's been a very good day, and ready to do a great show with you, Holly, and great to have you here. And and yeah, we'll get to some cool announcements and any updates that you might have. The chat room is open and working, so come on in because we definitely take quotes and comments and questions and all that kind of good stuff from the chat room. We have Amy McCorkle, the mighty McCorkle, award-winning screenwriter and author, and then we also have L.J. Mack in the house as
Hey,
well.
hey.
Early. So yeah, everybody's starting to come in. So yes, we're going to be getting to our guest segment in just a little bit. But right now, yeah, of course, the updates. And let me tell you, it's been busy, Holly. I was like last week we announced a whole bunch of things, and this week we get to announce a whole bunch of things again. So it's great. I mean, we're just having, of course, the Star Chamber show is affiliated with the Imaginarium Convention, so we keep you up to date on all the latest news with the convention and the development for Imaginarium 2026. And we had a lot of guests announced. So right now, there's just a ton of guests being announced, and we got a big long queue of announcements. And so it's going to go for a little while. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a lot of people being announced as panelists and spotlighted guests. So, yeah, hold on to all that and for a second. But we do want to remind you, yes, there's less than 2 weeks on the early bird discounts. So if you want discounts on expo spaces and event tickets, be sure to take advantage of those now. We do those for all of our regular attendees, and of course, anybody can take advantage of them. But it's a way for us to say thank you for being a supporter of the convention. This early bird window is a good one, so yeah, definitely. We only made a limited number of expo spaces available at the discount rate during this period. So yeah, if you want Creatives Alley or main expo hall space, do it now and get those savings and get a spot secured or of course, event tickets. And the event tickets is a heck of a deal for a weekend because it's less than $40 a day for what is the programming of a major national writing conference. And I'll have to tell you, but yeah, a lot of those are $500, $1,000 and higher. I mean, to register for. So yeah, Imaginarium definitely brings the high level content, but we do our best to keep it as affordable as possible for everyone. So but yeah, I'll give you the latest guests, and all of these folks are reasons to come because you can network, meet with them, and definitely learn from these great guests. But we announced book coach and editor Nicole Weisler as a spotlighted guest. If you remember her show on the Star Chamber show, she is amazing. But Nicole is going to be coming to the Imaginarium for the first time. Also coming as a spotlighted guest for the first time is author and poet and Bram Stoker Award nominee. Also been nominated for the Pushcart Prize, Maxwell I. Gold. Really excited to have Maxwell aboard. We also have award-winning author, poet, editor, publisher, filmmaker, and actor Katerina Stoikova. And Katerina is awesome, and she is the president of the Kentucky State Poetry Society. Yes, that is correct.
Very
The
cool.
Kentucky State Poetry Society. And she'll
Nice.
be coming to Imaginarium spotlighted guest for the first time. We also have the publisher of Kentucky Monthly, one of our most
Yay!
storied magazines in the state. Over 100,000 readers of this great magazine, and he is an award-winning author, editor, as well as a publisher. And that's Stephen M. Vest. So I guess you could say, Holly, I know you're
I
waiting
know.
for it.
I've
that
been
if you
waiting.
come
I
to
was going to tell you.
if you come to Imaginarium, you're making a good investment this year.
Ah, I was going to say, here's your chance, Stephen.
Yeah.
Here's your chance.
That's right. So Stephen Vest, and he's got a great sense of humor, so I'm sure he'd appreciate my little pun right there. But we also have author Ava Cuvée and author Marilyn Barr coming back as official panelists. They're both awesome. Everybody at Imaginarium absolutely loves them, and great to have them back. Then, of course, we announced the award-winning best-selling author Virginia Smith, who also happens to be in the Imagination Hall of Fame now, and she is returning, and she's, of course, the president of the Bluegrass Writers Coalition. So she will be, of course, coming back. She's just amazing, amazing. And we'll be giving at least 2 workshops, by the way. We also welcomed award-winning publisher, author, screenwriter, and podcaster Tony Acree, of course, with his new Independent Spark podcast, which is here on Podbean. Congrats to him on that. And of course, he was a 9-year Toastmaster for us and is
Yes.
also in the Imagination Hall of Fame. Then we are also welcomed for the first time author Carol June Franks as a panelist, and author and poet Jessica Minyard will be returning as a panelist. So we're very
Yay. We
excited.
haven't seen Jessica
Yes,
for a while. I'm so happy.
yeah, we're thrilled. We're definitely thrilled about that. And then also for the first time attending is award-winning filmmaker Dylan A. Young, who's attending as a panelist, and author and book marketing specialist Ed Downs. That's right, the
Good
man
old
behind
Ed.
Echoes, which is released by the great Undertaker Books with Rebecca Cuthbert. Always want to give them shout outs. And Ed will be a guest on the show this month. So, exciting times, exciting times. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of new folks announced, and a lot more are going to be announced between now and next week. And we should have a really big one tomorrow. So yes, so stay tuned, stay tuned. But Holly, how's things
Huh.
on your anything exciting to share from
No,
today? Anything? No,
no,
okay.
no, no. I have ran around all day with my mother. And so, yeah, I
All
am
right.
tuckered out.
Yeah. Well,
I'm up
well,
here taking care of my mother. She had surgery on her. Grew a tumor on her
yeah,
finger of all places, so she cannot submerge it into water. So she's
yeah.
90 years old. So I am here until she has the stitches out on the 10th.
Yep. Yeah, we're all miss Holly very much, and of course, we keep the fires burning here and working
Yeah,
hard
you're
here.
getting used to it now because I'm up here a lot. So
We'll have a lot of but we will, like I said, we had a lot of announcements last week. We'll have a lot of announcements
yes,
coming for the next week, and it's
yes,
rolling. It's rolling.
we are rolling. It's amazing, guys. This year, like I
Yeah.
say, every year just gets better. It's amazing to me. We've never stalled out. Knock on wood. We just keep growing. And it's, you know what? We
Mm,
couldn't do it without you guys. So,
yeah.
you guys are beautiful guests, are
Mhm.
wonderful volunteers. And if you know some young writers or baby authors or anybody that's wanting to get into it that would like a ticket, please have them sign up to be a volunteer. We'd love
Yeah.
a friendly, fun face, and
Yes.
they get to, attend the panels and attend the workshops and they all that good stuff just
All
for
that.
giving us
Stuff.
a few hours of their time each
Yeah.
day. And
Yep.
and it isn't like we're going to work them to the bone. We have minions for
Yeah.
that.
And that is a
We
good
have
point.
children for that.
Yeah, yeah, but we also have the volunteer forum. That's a good thing you mentioned that.
Yes,
That is going up in the next day or two, so that will be active for the
yes,
2026
they will
season.
get a full
Yeah,
pass. So,
yeah,
yeah, if you know
it will be
a
going up.
college student or anyone, yeah,
Yeah,
that would
yeah,
love to
it's a good
come,
spot.
can't afford it,
Mhm.
hey, tell them
Yeah,
to, fill out the volunteer form. We'd love to have them.
yep, definitely. And yeah, of course, if there anybody out there who'd like to become a sponsor, definitely would help. So yeah, definitely come aboard because
Love
we
to
have a
have
lot.
you, love to promote you. You get
Yeah,
promoted for an entire year plus.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of guests that we can bring in if we get a little bit more sponsorship support. We got some really good ones
Yep.
on the map right now, and so
Yeah.
yes, just without saying too much, yeah, if we get some more support on that end, we can bring some more really good people in. But yes, we'll go ahead and get into the folks that brought you tonight's show so that we can get on to the great visit with a great guest. And we're going to be talking about a great event tonight, as a matter of fact. So, but yes, tonight's show is brought to you by Per Bastet Publications and the wonderful Sandy Lender of Sandy Says Read on YouTube, and a great award-winning author and editor. So let me give you a little bit about Per Bastet, and then we'll give you a little bit about Sandy, and then we'll introduce to you our featured guest of the evening. Per Bastet Publications is a small press based in the Louisville metro area, specializing in speculative fiction and other outside-the-box books. With 40 titles in print and ebook formats and a handful of audiobooks, Per Bastet offers a little bit of everything. Check out Frenemies in Space, Marion Allen's new science fiction short story collection featuring return character Smartmouth Connie Phelan, or try Michael Dabney's latest David Blaze mystery, A Deadly Game, a prequel set in 1984 Philly. You can find these titles and more at perbastetpublications.com, at Amazon, or you can find the press in person at Kentucky and Indiana book fairs and conventions. Per Bastet Publications, where timeless tales unfold. And a big shout out to Sarah Marion Allen, and Teely Harris, the literary trifecta. And so, yes, thank you very much. And now a little bit from Sandy, and subscribe to her Sandy Says Read channel on YouTube, folks. That's free, and it's a great channel.
Start Chamber listeners already know that author Sandy Lender offers you a variety of spec fiction and epic fantasy adventures to help you escape reality. Did you know she also offers positive, quirky book discussions and reviews on her BookTube channel, Sandy Says Read? Check out the Sandy Says Read channel on YouTube for over 600 book chats to entertain you. The channel includes the Indie Book Spotlight and the DIY for Creatives playlists, along with others to help you find videos and essays that pique your literary interests. Subscribe for free to the Sandy Says Read channel in time for the Monday night upload, and join the community where our motto is, you can always find something good in a book.
And thank you, of course, Sandy, and hope all is well down in Florida. I need to catch up with Sandy. I've been so swamped the last few days. I've even formatted a book that was entirely in Arabic and Somali. Yes, folks.
Yeah, I'm glad that was you.
Formatted a book where I couldn't read a single word, and had to make sure that
No
every
way.
single page matched exactly to the PDF guide I had. So that was a yes. So yeah, I do need to catch up with some good friends like Sandy. But we are actually, believe it, I know you're shocked, Holly, but we're actually on time for our guest segment. So we're
I
going
am
to go ahead
shocked.
and make our announcement. Our guest is on deck and the board, and I am excited about tonight's guest because this will be the guest's first appearance on the Star Chamber show, and she is a fantastic multi-genre author, writer of novels, short stories, and children's books. She is also a mentor in the amazing Pen Crafters Mentorship Program hosted by From the Ground Up Books. And last but not least, she runs the Bullitt County Authors Fair. So it is my pleasure to bring on to the Star Chamber show for the first time, and hopefully the first of many times to come, the wonderful and the amazing Leah Pugh. And Leah, you should have your microphone on. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
There you are.
Here I am. Can you hear me?
I
We
can hear
can.
you. We absolutely
Okay.
can. And it is
You're
great
great.
to have you on the show. I've wanted to have you on the show for a long time. I'm glad that we were able to get the schedules aligned so that we could talk about, of course, the Bullitt County Authors Fair tonight. And it was wonderful to see you at the LaGrange Book Fair. It was great to catch up with you there. I got to actually see you in person, so that was great. And of course, I'm going to give a shout out to your awesome husband, Daniel. He's great. And of course, Tank, yes, who I also did get to see at the LaGrange Book Fair, as you say, the Tank. Yes, your lovely son, who's definitely healthy and doing well.
Yeah, sorry you missed him, Holly. I had just
No.
approached Steven's table right as he was hanging up with you on the phone.
Mhm.
Oh, I wanted
Yeah.
to see the baby. that isn't a little baby no more, but he's always going to be your baby.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, she had just yeah, that's right. She had just missed you because we had snuck over and handed the phone to Marion Allen and surprised her because Per Bostet was like right next door to us
That's right.
at
I
that
was at
event.
a pet rescue.
Yeah,
And I said, "Oh my gosh, hand me to Miriam. I got to tell her something. I got to tell her. I got to tell Miriam something. I got to tell Miriam something." So yeah, he took the phone over there, and I had to fill her in on some neat things I found out.
yep. And you just missed Leah, but hopefully I don't know. Hopefully Holly, whenever she comes back from Indiana, she's always a mess and she needs like a few days to recover because of course,
Yes,
well,
Lord.
you know, if you listen to the show, Holly, has some chronic stuff going on and that's no secret. So she usually has to recover when she gets back. But I'm hoping she has just enough time to turn around that maybe she can sneak out with me and come to the book fair. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Can't promise,
I
but
will try. We had a good time last year,
yeah, I had
Good.
a great time, and
and we sat. There was some great. What was it? Barbecue, I believe it
yeah,
was.
lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch was
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I'll
yeah,
make sure to pass along the message to the caterer.
yeah.
Yes, it
That
was
was
awesome.
yeah. The hospitality was fantastic, and I think, and if I remember correctly, only Bentley came to that one. I think Bentley was with us on that
Yeah,
one,
we
and
took Bentley to help
yeah,
us. Yeah,
we should have Addison because
yeah, we sure
Addison
did.
is loving events now, and she'll probably come to see you this time,
Yeah,
and
my
she's
granddaughter, she's actually writing poetry now. So yeah,
a,
Oh,
she
cool.
took Lee Pennington's writing workshop at Imaginarium. She got the writing
yeah,
bug, and she come home and read like she's devouring all my poetry books.
and
And
writing.
she's in, I got her into Poe and everything now. So I'm like, here you go. You want poetry? Here, 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 because I got it.
Yeah, and believe it or not, she is now a member of the Kentucky State
Yeah.
Poetry Society as well. So she's
Yeah,
already in
you
it.
and her.
Congratulations.
I ain't even signed up yet.
You will. No, you will when you get a moment to breathe.
Mhm.
but but Leah, yeah, we are as you can tell, we are excited about coming, and yeah, we'll start. We're going to talk about your writing. I want to talk to you a little bit about Pen Crafters, great program developed by Lynn
Yeah.
Pinch, which you're a part of, and but Bullitt County Authors Fair, of course, is a main topic for tonight because it's coming up. It's the 13th of September, and I'd love to give a little history about it. I'd love you to talk a little bit about the history about how you developed it and what's give us a little preview about what's in store this year.
Sure, I can do that. It started about 4 years ago, so I guess you could say we're kind of still in the infancy compared to events like Imaginarium. But it started because I noticed there was a need in Bullitt County. People were wanting to write, or they were saying, I just, have this book out, but I can't afford to go to like these big conventions. So, with the
Mhm.
help of my dad and with his advice, we got it up and running. First year was a little rough. It was in a local gym. Acoustics were terrible. You'd whisper in one corner and hear it all the way in the other. It was
Oh yes,
just awful, and
yeah,
that was the main feedback was people was like, please don't have it in that gym next year. If you're going to do it next year, I'll come. Just please don't have it in that gym.
You
So we
live and
didn't have
learn.
it.
Every year you get better by the feedback.
Yes, that's why I'm open
Hmm.
to it. I'll ask people, okay,
Hmm.
what did you like? What can we change? So the next year we had it in the library, and
Hmm.
they were great, and we've had it there every year since. It was kind of funny. The year we were having it in the gym, it was right across from the library, and we were running out of room to park the cars. So I ran to the library. I was like, hey, we have an author fair going on next door. Can the authors please park their cars in the back of the library? It's just till like 2 o'clock. Oh, yeah, sure. Pause. Wait a minute. Why aren't you having it here? It makes more sense to have it in a library. And I had to
Okay,
tell him,
pull my arm.
yeah,
well, I had to explain this library wasn't completed by when we were first setting up this event. And, okay, true. And they graciously opened their doors to us the next year, and we've been coming back ever since.
yeah. You
And they're
have
also nice. everybody has
Yes.
been just so super nice.
Yeah, and the facility is great. It's a really
Yeah, it
nice,
Yeah.
is.
very modern library,
Plenty
with
of room for
plenty of
people. You're
facilities.
not, sitting on top of
Mhm.
each other, and the acoustics is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yes. Very
And
much so.
your
Yeah.
vendor room is very well laid out, very spacious, easy for people to browse in. You also have spaces. Where I took part in your one of the workshops you put on last year on publishing.
Yes.
And I was with Lynn Tincher on that. We had the honor of being on that kind of panel slash workshop with her, and you have a great space for that. So I mean, you have some programming going on too that I thought was wonderful. So yeah, I think you've got a great home for it, and plenty of room to grow there. Plenty. I mean, it's a big
Yes.
library. And
But go ahead.
oh no, that's it.
Uh, Sorry, I wasn't trying to talk over you.
No.
Uh, it's always glad to get positive feedback, and as Holly pointed out, it's good to receive constructive criticism and grow from it.
Yep.
And my plan is to not lose sight of what it was originally started, like its original intention is to help authors that are just starting out that, need somewhere to help promote their book. And it's
Mhm.
not just for authors in Bullitt County. You're not in Bullitt County, Stephen and Holly, and you all registered,
Right.
you were accepted. One year we had a man come all the way from Indiana.
Mhm.
Cool.
So
Cool.
I think that was our first year.
Neat.
And
Well, I was very impressed with the range of authors and genres you have there. I mean, we'll of course always support you and love the event, and that's of course that's why I'm back this year, of course, and but but it was great. I mean, like last year, you had folks like Dan Clefstad and AJ Spencer and Dave Creek and just lots of great people that were. I mean, you had a
yes.
wide range of authors. I mean, who are some of the ones that are either new or returning this year? What can we look? Because I don't even think I know the full range of who's going to be attending this year. So here's your chance to spotlight them.
Alrighty. We've got some returning authors such as Dave Creek, Mick Williams, Pamela Turner, Jean Thompson Kinsey, Diane Thyler, and we've got some new faces coming such as Arthur McWilliams, Daniel E. Buxton, um, J. Patrick Lamar, Michelle
Yes,
Nice.
Bennington.
Nice.
nice, nice. Yeah, Michelle is great. I do know her,
We
and
know a
then
lot of
J.
those people.
J. Patrick
Did you
Lamar. I've
have a
actually,
few more? I'd say go ahead
yeah,
and tell us the rest.
yeah.
Okay. I'll just go ahead and start at the top of the list. Some of them might be
Sure.
repeats. We'll have, and I apologize in advance if I butcher any names. I'm an English major, not a linguist. Uh, we have we have Alina Trelesnik, Ashley Nevison, Arthur McWilliams, B.K. Stubblefield, Daniel E. Buxton, Dave Creek, David Strange, um, Dennis Scheffner, Diane Thyler, Gail Johnson, Great Scott Art Studio, J. Patrick Lamar, Jean Thompson Kinsey, Jerry M. Jenkins, Jessica Lindsay, Lynn Tincher, Michelle Bennington, Mick Williams, Pamela Turner, Patricia Bullock, Sarah Orr Atten, Stephen Zimmer, that's a familiar face, T.M.
I know
Bloor,
him.
and Terry Poland.
Nice. That's a good group. Yeah,
That
I
is
recognize a
that
lot of
is
them. Hmm.
a broad range of genres and
Hmm.
personalities. I love it.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I try to have a little bit of everything for people.
I tell
Yes,
you,
and you've got a lot of people that are also willing to answer questions and
mhm,
mentor and help starting authors, new authors. You've got a lot
Yes.
of other authors there that are willing to chit chat
mhm.
Oh, yes.
No,
Yes,
because
you
we
yes.
lift each other. Hmm.
yeah, you definitely got a great group for that, and some great personalities because like yeah, like J. Patrick Lamar, he is a
Love
character.
him.
I've worked with him as an
So
editor,
fun.
and he is a superb writer. But his sense of humor is just off the hook. And yeah, I wonder if he's going to give out those little buttons. I met J. Patrick Lamar.
Yeah, you got one of his little
Yeah,
buttons.
yeah. I hope he gives those out because those are so fun. And but he always has some kind of little surprise though. He's a character. But yeah, Jessica Lindsay. I mean, she's great. She's actually going to be on our show here coming up this fall. So she's going to be a guest on this
Oh,
show.
nice.
And Michelle Bennington, like I mentioned, and yeah, you got a lot of good folks. Of course, Pamela Turner is awesome, and yeah, she's of course part of the gang with Amy McCorkle and Missy Goodman. You know, they're
Yes.
always stirring up trouble in the creative community, but they yeah, great folks.
That's why we keep an eye on those three musketeers.
Oh yes, you have.
Yes, yes, you got to. Yes.
That's where we have to sign about half of our security staff. You know, keep an eye on them and they're causing too much trouble. But no,
So
but
let me guess, your security.
all
Sorry, go ahead.
seriousness, I would say all seriousness, just in case the other convention organizers are listening. Yes, they are great guests, all three of them,
They
and
are.
They definitely
They
are.
are.
yeah, highly recommend
Highly
having.
recommend.
But yeah, they are fun. They are a lot of fun. But yeah, that's a good group. And what about the programming? Because you do have a good mix of folks. So what are you going to do as far as programming this year, or are you going to be doing some?
We're not doing it this year. We're going to kind of regroup and see about possibly next year. And next year, I would like to have a young writers contest. We had one a few
Nice,
years ago. It was for middle school and high schoolers. It was not.
Oh,
It was
cool.
open to kids outside of Bullitt County, but you submitted a short story, and
Mhm.
your stories were sent to a panel of judges. The grand prize winner from middle school and high school, they got to be authors for a day. They had their book published and sit behind a table, sell books.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
And
yeah,
so we'd
that
like
is
to bring
cool.
that back next year.
Yeah,
Oh wow, that would be fun.
yeah. Let us
Because
know.
again,
Yeah,
so many young people come up to me and they're like, my child or my grandchild loves to write, but there's
Uh-huh.
I can't find anything for them. So that's what the idea came from. And Tony Acree's been great because he has a heart for young writers as well. So I've teamed up with
Right.
him on that.
Yes, because
fantastic.
think about, when we were all young, it would have been great to have that support. You know, I mean, where I lived, I had nobody. I used to write a lot of poetry and stories and songs. But I mean, I live out here in the middle of nowhere in Indiana. There was nowhere. There was no community writing. I didn't know no authors personally, when I was young. So yeah, I mean, that's cool that you're offering that. That gives them a community to get to know, and that will support them, throughout
Yeah.
their journey.
Yep. Because I think sometimes all you need is a little encouragement. And I mean, we mentioned the example of Addison. You know, she's
Yeah.
13, and she had never really seriously gotten into writing until she went and got encouraged by our amazing Kentucky poet laureate Lee Pennington, and
Yep.
got this workshop, and and literally lit a fire with her, and
Yeah, I told her, I said, you need to go. I said,
mm,
we
yeah,
don't know how many more years he's going to be able to do this. And I said, he is a true Kentucky treasure,
mhm,
and
yeah,
well, a U.S. treasure, period. But we love him in
universal,
Kentucky. We
universal
do
treasure.
love him in Kentucky very much.
Yes, we do, but yeah, but the point still stands though. I mean, yeah, you just need that one, kind
Yep,
of program, that one
that's it.
person, that one, to encourage, and that's a great thing that you're doing. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to getting more details on that. And certainly, yeah, if you do programming next year, yeah, I'm in for it. So that's it's a great,
Good. Good.
yeah, it's a great thing. And yeah, your hospitality is also off the hook. I mean, you're well organized, and like last year, we all remembered the lunch that you provided for us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
I
And
think that was everyone's favorite part.
Yeah. Well, authors
Next
never
meeting
mind
Well,
to
see,
food.
Phillippe.
that's
Yeah.
what I said. You never trust a skinny chef, and I'm a fat chef. So if I like the food, you know it was good. Yeah, yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
honest.
Yes, you are.
Yep. But
And I do.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's
And
so
authors.
nice that you offer that. That's cool. That's what I said. Your event is different. It's out of the box thinking, with serving the lunch for the authors that are there. It's in a library, so people can come and
Nice.
chit chat with the authors, look around, buy some books, get them signed from the author that's actually there, and then go hang out in the library, go read. I mean, it's cool. It's really neat.
It's a great setting.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, and it's
Mhm,
also
mhm.
yeah, the parking. For folks thinking about attending, yeah, the parking is also really easy to work with, and it's free. And did I mention that the event itself is free to get into? So I mean,
Yeah,
you've got no impediments to going, folks.
no.
Yes, yeah, go and attend because it's
All you got to do is
yeah,
drive there, and you go
yeah,
in. That's all you
yep.
have to do.
And the total number of years now. Just year is this as far
Yeah,
as
how many?
number have you
This is
done?
year 4.
Year
4.
four.
That's what I was thinking about. 4. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I didn't want to guess, so I figured I'd ask you.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, because you know the event very well. But yeah, it's in. We mentioned Tony, and
Yes.
also you locally there also have one of the locations of From the Ground Up Books not too far away, and so
Yeah.
you've got that base of literary support. As far as the writing community there, with Tony and Lynn and of course others, it's a great, it's pretty great setup, and definitely I'm looking forward to it and hoping. What else is that? What else is that? Would you like to cover as far as the authors fair?
Well, just a slight disclaimer. If you have any questions about the Authors Fair, please do not call the library about it because it's not a library hosted event. Please
Mhm.
direct all your questions to the Bullitt County Authors. You can message them on Facebook or go to the Bullitt County Authors Fair website, ask questions through that. Because if you call the library, they won't be able to answer questions because it's not a library event. They're just letting us use the space, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Makes perfect sense.
venue. Yeah, so it's like the
Yep.
holiday in Louisville East. Yeah, they definitely don't want to be bombarded either with our convention
Imaginary
questions.
questions. Yeah.
So
Yes.
we
They'd be
know.
like, don't know, ask them.
Don't know, ask them.
Yes.
So yeah, we understand, but it is a great venue. It is a great venue, and yeah, it's a place I think you can definitely grow for years to come because it's a good size, and
Well,
with your
thank you.
plans. And but yeah, but in addition to September 13th, Bullitt County Authors Fair, and there in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, you are also we'll get to this part of I mentioned that writing community with Tony and Lynn, and I would be remiss not to mention that you are a mentor with the Pen Crafters Mentorship Program. And some of your cohorts are people like the amazing Dan Clefstad, who is book
Yes.
publicist and has the Vamp Chat with Dan and Eva podcast here on Podbean, and you've got Dave Creek, and Tony's a part of it, and I want to say Irv Klein, I think, is one of the
Correct.
mentors. Yeah, I'm just
Yes.
trying to remember everybody, and of course Lynn. I think Lynn is of course is the one that put this together, Lynn Tincher, and but yeah, tell us a little bit about that because Dan I think told me that you have a new class coming in starting this Monday, and you are obviously
Yes.
one of the mentors.
Yes. Pen Crafters is a 7 or 8 week writing course where you get a new mentor each week and you get to learn something new. And we've actually added on, I think this is his second time back, Mick Williams will be joining
McWilliams,
us.
nice, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
He's a character. I mentioned characters in the literary circuit, and with J. Patrick Lamar, and Mick's another one, folks. If you get to meet Mick,
Yes.
he is fun. He is fun. But now what topic are you going to be mentoring in, and about how many folks are you going to be working with this coming week, I guess, or in this 7 week period?
I'm not sure the amount of students that will be joining us. I'll have to get with Lynn on that. But I will be touching that touchy subject of editing. Revision versus editing. What's
Oh,
the difference? Do you want to hire an editor or do it yourself? What are the pros and cons?
Well, preach
And
on. Yeah, because that's a
yes.
topic near and dear to Holly and myself.
Uh,
Yeah.
we always say you got to have that second pair of eyes. You know,
Oh, yeah, you
yes,
do.
your brain
yes,
fills in things that aren't there.
All the time. I do it myself. Yeah, I have. Yeah,
and
that's why I've never had any of my work self-edited. I've always had an editor on my work because the same,
Mhm.
yeah, no matter who it is, you just, there's things you don't see when you're right in the center of it.
yes.
And, and of course, that's great because that's actually an area that a lot of people trip up on a little bit about what the kinds of editing that are out there and the why it's
The
important.
types, yeah.
Yeah, even in the age where everybody thinks like, oh, there's Grammarly, oh, there's AI and all
Yeah.
this stuff, and
It don't catch it all.
nope, and
No, it doesn't.
nor does it have that they don't have the insights that a good editor
Nope.
can give you on some things, and that's so important. So yeah, it's great that you're actually handling one of the topics
Yeah, I
that's
love it.
so important to us too. Yeah, definitely,
In
that's
my
cool.
workshops, I like to use a lot of memes or illustrations to kind of help get the point across. And one of my personal favorite is the cartoon Lilo and Stitch.
Oh yeah.
And Lilo's standing next to Stitch, and she goes, "Next time we flush the evidence." And the caption is, "When you find those first writing attempts." And Stitch is like, "Flush." It's like, yeah, sometimes we're like that. We think we've written the next great masterpiece, and we go back and we read it. We're like, "Ugh, what time of the day or morning was I writing this?" That's where an editor can come in and help you polish it.
Helps reel you in and bring you back to
Yes.
reality.
Yes,
So
sometimes,
sometimes,
yeah, necessary.
sometimes even the best mistakes or worst mistakes, if you will, fly under the radar.
Yes.
In some of my mystery books, without meaning to, my character time jumped backwards. In the first book, it opens up in 2002. In the second book, she magically went back a year. I
Nice. So
sold
Ah,
suddenly a time travel story too.
I sold 250 copies of those books. No one caught it.
Wow.
really?
Yes, and it wasn't until I'd pulled them and I was rereading it. And I'm like, wait. In book one, it's 2002, and now it's 2001. What?
I would have caught it. I will
Yeah,
say
yeah,
I would have caught that. I find those
yeah,
little minute details.
yeah. You're a
That's
stickler for
where an
that.
editor's eye comes in. And I have an eagle eye for those. Like Stephen, I always say he has these wild names that he comes up with. And right now I'm doing one of his titles that has some Native American names, so they're spelled. But every now and then, a letter's missing. And then I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That ain't how it's
Yeah,
spelled. You know, that
yeah, she'll
there's
catch
missing a letter there.
she'll
Yes.
catch
I
it.
find them.
Yeah, yeah, she'll catch those little variations. But yeah, I was just as far as yours though, yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That, yeah, they thought it was they must have
It's
thought it was
fixed now.
a time travel.
Well,
Yeah,
ain't that wild though? I mean, how many times did you read that? I mean, seriously, and you don't see it. You don't even think
Yes.
about it until, then you're like, oh no, what did I do?
that's
And
that's
that's what
when you
I point out in the workshop is that can be a con of self-editing is you become too attached to your work that
yes.
That's it.
stuff like that just slips by.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Exactly what happens. And I was
Hmm.
just working with one of the authors I work with, and just in his recent manuscript, it was I showed him several places where I know he had intended to put a word in a place, but they were literally missing words in certain sentences.
Yep.
And I know
Yeah.
that his brain, because it's happened to me before, his brain had filled them in, but he didn't actually type them. And it happens. I mean, you just, when you are
Yeah.
in the center of it, yeah, there's certain things your brain just fills in or assumes, or and you miss it, and that's where an editor definitely comes in.
Makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. It
LJ
does.
Mack pointed out the best editors help you figure out why it's not working, especially after you've stared at it way too long. And
Yeah.
that's true. That's the approach I try to take when I'm helping someone edit a book. I may not understand something, especially if I stare at it too long, and I'll make a comment saying, well, is this how you meant it? Or maybe try wording it, but I'll always tell them it's a suggestion. If you think that it goes with the rest of the story, this is just one person's comment. Take or leave it. I don't push it on them because at the end of the day, it is their manuscript. And that is something I also teach in the workshop.
Yeah, I agree. And, too often there's some editors that try to make the writer into their form of the editor's preferred type of writing rather than maintaining the writer's actual voice. And
Voice, yep.
When I'm editing, I'm very careful to protect is the author's voice and trying to make sure it's, that my guidance is keeping them in their style, not trying to come into styles that, I may like or something like that. So, you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's you definitely. Yeah, it's a guidance sort of thing, and rather than a dictatorship. But I mean,
definitely.
Yes, but sometimes, yes, when you come across a discrepancy like a time shift of a year during the storyline, sometimes those things are a little more objective in nature.
Yep.
So that stuff does happen.
Then once they're done with me, we got a bunch of other great teachers, mentors that come along, like Lynn, as you mentioned. I believe Dan does his DIY book promo.
Yep.
And then Irv will, I believe, talk about networking. Just it's really great. And it's something I recommend because even though I've attended, the sessions, I want to say about 3 times, I think this is its 3rd go round, I learned something new each time.
Oh, you absolutely do. And it's such a good crew. I mean, a very, very well experienced bunch. And yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's some great folks. Like Dan. Yeah, Dan is priceless. I tell you, he's a lot of fun, and he has a lot of good insights when it comes to publicity. But all the people that you have on board there are very knowledgeable. So I think it's a great program, and I want to make sure you got to talk about it because you're a part of it, and I did not realize that you were covering the editing segment because I didn't know what each person, except I knew what Dan was covering, book marketing and publicity, but I didn't know what some of the others were doing. And years of being an editor, we're definitely go Leah.
Well, how can people get involved or sign up
for the next
for
round?
that group?
I will put the link in the chat, but you can. It's on Eventbrite.
On Eventbrite.
So you can sign up that way.
Awesome. That's Pen Crafters Mentorship Program. Pen Crafters Mentorship Program. You can also find, I know that Lynn, I think, has a link to it from the Ground Up Books site, from the groundupbooks.com. I think she has a menu option where you can find that under the book services that she does and link to it. So it can also, I think, be found there. And highly recommend it. Highly recommend it for sure. It's a good program. But now,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to put one last caveat. The mentorship doesn't end when the Zoom or the meeting ends. It continues. If you have questions, you can log on to the Facebook group that there is, ask questions, and we'll help you along the way. It doesn't stop when the lesson stops. We help you till the end.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. But we did say probably the most fantastic thing of all for this segment of the show, and that's your writing, because we want to talk about your writing.
What are you up to?
We love that you're a noble editor. We love that you're a noble runner of great book events, but you're a writer and you have great stuff. So let's talk about that. Yeah, because you have everything from novels to children's books. So let's explore what you do.
Any particular genre you want me to start with, or just
whatever you got that's newer or that you're working on? And
you like to really spotlight. Yeah.
Okay. The Crystal books have gotten a new breath of fresh air, if you will. They were with another publishing company, and then they've been picked up by Tony. They've gotten new covers. Glenn Porzig did a great job designing that. I've launched a new series, mystery series. The first book in it is called Curse of the Dragon's Flame. It's about twin brothers that unwittingly fall into a mystery when their dad is almost killed in a seemingly innocent hit and run. And Tony's a guy that likes series, and he goes, just start with one and let's go from there.
Right.
So I'm starting on book 2. I don't have a title for that one yet. And I'm also starting on book 4 in the Crystal series. No title on that one either. I'm one of those pantsers that just write, and I may or may not have a title.
Yes.
It could come to me at the very end. It could come to me in the middle.
That's exactly me. Yes, I get it.
It's with titles. I call myself. I'm on the middle of the plotter pantser spectrum. So when I write a book, I've got a general idea of my framework, but I leave it.
The title will come.
But I always tell Holly the title will come, and
it will.
It's just organic, and it just pops up either early, middle, or even late in my process. But
I'll start editing, and he'll say, I don't know yet. It's not set in stone. Let me know what you think. And then I'll get done with it. And then he'll shoot some ideas at me. And I'm like, oh, I really like this one,
Yep. It's a process. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep.
But as far as the Crystal books, talk a little bit. Glenn, by the way, is a great cover artist.
Love Glenn.
Love Glenn. But as far as that series, talk a little bit about what that series is all about since you've relaunched it.
Okay. It is about 2 sisters. The oldest one, Crystal, wants to be a detective before she graduates high school. In the first book, The Diamond Caper, she gets her chance to prove herself when her father is accused of stealing the town treasure, a diamond. She has a short amount of time to find out the real culprit before her dad is thrown in jail for a crime he did not commit. And when I was giving the elevator pitch to people, and I was talking about how, after the first book, the sisters are just trying to go about their normal lives and they just start falling into mysteries, I'm thinking, okay, this is just pretty much Scooby-Doo minus the extra 2 characters and the dog. I didn't mean for it to go that way. That's just the rhythm that I've fallen into. Crystal got what she wanted. She got to try to be a detective. She still wants to be one. She's just not as eager to do it just yet. But mysteries just keep finding her. And I don't know, maybe I should introduce a Great Dane or some kind of dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Fun. Yeah, that never hurts.
And I can see you in the whole Scooby-Doo mystery world. I love it. I can see this. Nice.
So it has a little humor as well? Is it got, like you mentioned, Scooby-Doo? So is it a little lighthearted aspect too?
It is. It's not totally dark and grim. In the Curse of the Dragon's Flame, I actually do take a crack at Scooby-Doo, one of the main characters, because as far as I know, someone can correct me if I'm wrong, copyrighted names are not allowed to be used in books. Is that correct? Unless you want to pay a royalty?
I believe you have to ask for permission.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or pay a royalty. Yes, I do believe. Now, quoting them, I don't even know. I don't know how you'd get by with that.
That's an attorney question.
I don't know if you could say Stephen King says, or Daphne says. Maybe you could use Daphne because that's just a generic name, right? And say, hey, Daphne says, if you know what I mean, or something like that. Put a little hint to it, and the people that know, and the people that don't, well,
if you know, kind of thing.
If you know, but that kind of deal.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Shaggy, you could say Shaggy because, well, there's a lot of Shaggies, Yeah.
But
the joke that I use is, why do I have this overwhelming urge to go solve a mystery in a haunted house with a Great Dane?
There you go. See,
the way around it.
That's it. That's teetering around that edge, and you're fine.
You'll be fine.
Yep. Yep.
But I noticed, yeah, in talking about these two franchises, though, are you drawn to stories about siblings? Because you said the sisters in that series, and you talked about twins in the other series. Are you drawn to stories about siblings? I'm just curious because I just noticed that right off the
Oh,
bat
that's
with
fine.
talking about your two franchises.
I honestly didn't think about it till you pointed it out.
Ah,
I guess early in my career, I was, drawn to like the sibling dynamic. I have branched out a little bit. I have a paranormal short story, and there's no sibling
hmm
interaction in there. Uh, I have a Christmas, hopefully, it will be released this year, an upcoming Christmas book. Two siblings appear briefly. And then in
hmm
my other children's books, there's no sibling dynamic. So I guess it's changed
just
as
a
I've gotten older.
Just maybe a little bit of a coincidence then. Yeah, because I was curious if that was a mode of storytelling that you really enjoyed with characters, having, a sibling relationship between your protagonists and that kind of thing, or possibly in the future even antagonists. But yeah, the sibling dynamic. I was wondering if that's a theme you like to explore. But do you also write children's books too? And I know that's something that Holly and I
Yes.
love, is the world of children's books. So
Yes.
and of course with we call them the tank. Yes, you've got one yourself now to write for. So
Yes, I do.
yes, so yeah, tell
And
us a little bit about those too.
that has, having spawn of my own, that has helped the writing process because originally I never thought I could sit down and write something under 50,000 words. I'd gotten so used to writing novels, I thought I couldn't write something for someone with a short attention span. Then I had a child, and suddenly I found myself talking in shorter sentences. I found out that
Uh-huh.
no was a complete sentence. So
Uh-huh.
my first picture book, The Day Police Slept In, I wanted to use it to teach the importance of saying please. So it's like if the movie Inside Out were words instead of emotions.
hmm
And
Neat.
children also like to, they like to take their turn. They hate when someone cuts in line. It's like, okay, well, what if please likes his turn? What if he doesn't like it if gimme cuts in front of him? Because that's a kid's favorite word, gimme.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
going on to my next book, Something Warm for Grandma. I will add this disclaimer right away. Grandma does not die in the book. About 5 years ago, right at the start of COVID, my grandmother passed away,
Oh,
and
sorry.
I was heartbroken. I went to the back of the apartment to cry, and my oldest is very much like, "Oh, mommy, I want to do something to make you happy, like bring you a toy or something," and so that
Right.
spawned an idea of, well, what if you could show love, you know, make it, oh, how to word this, make it so children don't always need to give something tangible. And so
hmm
that's the lesson that Ryan, the child, learns, is that you don't always need to give someone like a tangible present. It can be a hug, it can be just sitting next to them, it can be listening to them.
Yep. Spending time with
And
them.
so,
hmm
yes. And the third
Mm-hmm.
one, King Robert the Wet, uh, children are very impatient. So I just got
So
the
am
idea,
I.
okay,
I get it.
is that why you were so eager to get the book?
Yes.
Oh no, wait, that
Yes.
was Steven eager to get it for you, Holly.
Yes. Yes.
And
oh
that was my first foray into the rhyming scheme. I'm no Dr. Seuss, but somehow I made it work. And
Oh,
mhm.
fun.
it's become a big seller. Like when I go have
Oh,
book
wow.
signings, people like it.
I didn't know you had a rhyming one.
Yes, that's King Robert the Wet.
King Robert the Wet. Okay. I
Yes.
love Seuss, so I'll have to check that out.
Yes, you will.
I do.
Definitely.
I'm a big Seuss fan.
So does
And
writing, so does writing children's books give you a little bit of like in your process, I mean, does that give you a little bit of a nice break when you're working on novels? Do you write them simultaneously together? Do you have like multiple projects ongoing, or do you use them as a kind of space out between novels? When do you write the children's books versus the other type of books?
I like to do them side by side. Like if the idea
Nice.
hits me, I don't like to just wait, like, okay, let me finish this novel, then I'll get to it. Because sometimes the perfect words will leave, and then I'll be staring at the blank screen or the blank note paper and just be like, okay, that was a great line. What was it? That was a great idea. What was it?
Mm-hmm.
And just trying
Right.
to remember it. So I like to work on them together.
Nice. Yeah,
Well,
because
I would like to know how you deal with your time management. With
yeah.
having children, writing, you do pageants. We will get into that. You run the authors fair. Yeah, I would love to know your time management strategy.
I apply a little bit of what Dan Klefstad teaches in his workshop in the mentorship program, and that
Uh-huh.
is dedicate a little bit of time to each item, to important items. So I'll dedicate maybe an hour or two of trying to promote the authors fair, and I'll do it at a time that doesn't conflict with the kids. I'll work on writing either early in the morning while little ones are sleeping, or late at night while they're sleeping. And it's not always easy because I am human. I get tired. I may not want to write words in the morning or write words in the evening. I'd rather
Mhm.
curl up, pull the covers over my head. But it's keeping that motivation, like, okay, you've just got maybe 20,000 more words in this novel and then you're done. Or just think of how, good this book will look, when it's published, just keeping an end goal in sight. And as far as boomeranging pageants, into that, it's the same thing. I try to dedicate certain amounts of time so that it doesn't conflict with, say, family time. Or my favorite, I like to take my family along with me for the ride.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And they get to experience different things, help out at different events.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you never know, as my dad always said, there might be a story in it.
That's
Mhm.
true. You never
Yes,
know.
there's always, yeah, definitely when you're out doing events
Yep.
and meeting people and stuff, there's so much inspiration, yeah, for sure, and
Characters and
yeah, and I know
plots
you
and
maintain
yes.
an active schedule, obviously, yeah, with all the
Yes.
different spheres that you're involved in, for sure. Yeah, I think the pageant thing is awesome too because I've known you for a few years and I've seen that side as well. So that is awesome. That is great stuff. But
Thing.
but what do you got coming up? Because yeah, speaking of events and things, of course of course, the Bullitt County Authors Fair on the 13th. We've mentioned that, but are there any other events that are coming up that you would like to promote? And feel free to promote. If you have a pageant event too. I mean, that's definitely part of the discussion. So yeah, whatever you got coming up, yeah, feel free to give us your schedule.
Okay, I'll be at the Hardin County Library Saturday, November 1st. And then I'll be at Forest Edge Winery Saturday, November 29th, part of Jingle Bell Book Bash, which will coincide with Forest Edge's Shop Small Saturday. And then I believe my last one of the year is the Books, Blankets, and Cocoa, which will be taking place December 6th in downtown Louisville.
Nice books, blankets, and cocoa.
I like that.
Yes.
That sounds intriguing. Yeah, that's I did also hear about the winery venue. I think Dan had told me about that one. He said it was a really nice
Hey,
place.
I definitely
Yes.
need to go to that one.
But yeah, Holly's probably not the one you
I
want to
am the
have there.
expert. Yeah, I don't know if you've I don't know how much book stuff I'll get done, but
She won't get much book stuff done if she's in there for the winery.
I'm there for
That's
the wine.
that's a dangerous place, yeah, for Holly. But
Hey, wine and books go hand in hand with me.
right,
They do. They
I'm
go
having a blast right
hand
now.
in hand.
they do. But that's great. Yeah, so you've got a pretty active holiday season schedule coming up. That's
Yes.
fantastic. And where can folks find you online to follow your work and everything? Because they want to make sure you get a chance to get that out as well tonight.
Uh, My Facebook page, Leah Pugh. I try to update that regularly. I'm also on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm learning how to put I guess it's a blog or an extra page on my website so that I can start keeping an updated list of events that way.
Awesome. What I did not know you were on Instagram. What if you got your Instagram handle? What is it? Because I'll make sure I give you a follow myself.
I believe it is author Leah Pugh.
Author Leah Pugh. I'm gonna mark that down. Because I don't think I knew you were on there.
I don't think I don't think I have you on there either.
Well, then you will get some more follows out of
There you
tonight's show.
go. I will go look. Yeah, I will go look right afterwards.
Yes, I will too. I will make sure
To
I
the
do.
quick.
I promise. I'll find you
Oh,
and
So
give you
are
a follow.
you are do you do any book talk?
Yeah, TikTok
I do
yet?
not. I
Yeah,
have
Okay.
not converted to that yet.
yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I have enough followers to do. I've worked and worked and worked and worked to get enough followers to do lives, and then
Do a
life
live stream.
Okay.
happened, and I just not been on it like I should. But I could do very well on there if I just. But you
Myself
know
as
what? When
well. I need to kick too. Yeah.
you got 16 other things going.
Yep.
You've got to. Yeah,
Oh
you got
yeah.
to
Yeah.
pick and choose your time, or you definitely get yourself burnout or sick.
Spread too thin.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Life
Hmm.
happens.
big danger with those of us that
It
wear
does.
multiple hats. So, but I'll definitely give you a follow there on Instagram because that's good. And is there anything tonight that so we've talked about the Bullitt County Authors Fair, we've talked about pen crafters, we've talked about your writing. Is there anything
Well,
else tonight?
what I do want to
Oh,
ask,
okay.
what
Sure, sure.
current crowns do you hold, Miss?
I'm the current Mrs. Bullitt County Fair.
Nice.
Nice. Well,
Thank
that's
you.
perfect for you running the Authors Fair. That's some synergy
Yes,
right
You
yes,
there.
need to
it is.
wear your tiara into
Yeah,
there. Yes.
yeah, you should.
I am not doing the wave. That is not how we wave.
Oh, please, please, come on. I love it. I love it. I do want to ask though, how did you get in to pageantry? I mean, did you just one day say, hey, that looks fun? Or did somebody say, hey, you need to do this? Or how did it happen?
I'd always wanted to do it. Had always been on my bucket list because what little girl doesn't love, a shiny crown and a pretty dress.
Right.
So I thought I had aged out of it I never did it growing up. I thought I had aged out of it by the time I got married, and then I found a local pageant that was holding a married category. I entered, I placed, I think it was second. The judges said they wanted to give me first, but I hadn't entered every category to qualify for first. And the reason they wanted to give me first is because of the following conversation. I was close enough to the judges' table, I overheard them say, "This is really awkward just staring at them. Yeah, I don't like this either." So my response was, "I don't like it either. Would you like me to stare between your heads?" And they liked my sassiness so much, they wanted to crown me queen overall.
Nice.
So I didn't get it because I didn't enter the overall category, but that's kind of what kickstarted it.
Oh, that
And
is cool.
I thought queens had to be elegant and refined. I was competing, I think it was an estate title, and out comes the reigning queen. She looks graceful, elegant, beautiful dress. She opens her mouth, and Dolly Parton comes out. She goes, "How y'all doing?"
I love
And
it.
so
Nice.
that was like, okay, stereotype broken. You don't have to have the refined accent. I think she was from Tompkinsville,
Hmm.
but it has been a fun journey full of ups and downs. You never know what next adventure you're going to be on.
That's
That
cool.
is so cool.
Yeah, that's
And
Volunteering
I
nice.
is
don't
fun too.
think it is. And I don't think we ever grow out of stuff. I think we think in our mind that we have to act like we grow out of stuff. But I mean, come on. Honestly, we do not grow out of loving dress up. We do not grow out of loving certain cartoons. I mean, let's be
True.
real. I have an Elsa doll on my dresser, and I am not ashamed. I sleep with my little baby
Mhm.
Groku, my little
Uh-huh.
baby Yoda
Can
pillow.
Yeah.
confirm. I could confirm that. Yep.
Yes, and so yeah, I perfectly understand. We never grow. We know if you grow up, you get old.
Yep.
So why not
Absolutely.
have fun and keep that childlike,
That's where the magic is.
innocence there? Your magic, it is.
It
It's
it
magic,
is.
Yeah.
and
That's where
I
the
think that's.
imagination
I
sprouts
think
from. That's where yeah,
well,
absolutely.
it's exactly where authors they keep that spark. You maintain that childhood spark. It never dims. If you can sit and write a book or a poem, you have got that spark because
Mhm.
somewhere in you've still got that light that is not dimmed and just fell into a box. We all
Right.
live outside the box and we're happy there.
Very
Yes,
true.
that's absolutely true.
So
But
before we get off here, I do want to
yeah,
ask one more question, Leah. If you could give a new author starting out one piece of advice, what would that be?
Write what you want to read, and
love it.
don't conform to what people are saying is the new it. The new it could be out in 5 months. Stick to what you love to write, and you'll you'll find your niche one day. Don't give up. Just keep at it.
Love it.
That is that I love it, and that's actually, very similar to how I do my own approach. I write what I would love to read myself. Yeah, exactly. I get it. That is exactly on target.
I love
Love
it.
that. Yeah, love that. But, is there anything else that we didn't cover tonight that you wanted to make sure you got to talk about, or did we cover all the bases?
I think we covered all the bases.
Fantastic. We've done our job. And by the way, I just gave you a follow on Instagram, so you can say the Star Chamber Show
Yay!
increased your Instagram following. That's an objective, factual statement.
Well, thank you.
So, there you go.
Thank you.
But I didn't know you're on there, so I just found you while you were talking there. But I've really loved having you on the show, and definitely
Thank you for
want you
having
to
me.
come back regularly. It's I think it's wild that it's taken this long for us to catch up on the show here because we've known each other
Yeah,
for a
that's
long time.
amazing. I can't
So
I
Yeah.
can't
let's
believe it.
let's not let that happen again. Let's make sure that you come back on a regular basis and update us because you certainly have a lot to talk about with all your endeavors and projects and writing and events and yeah, you'll always have things to talk about. That's for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and I'll turn it over to
Thank you
Holly
for having me.
I'll turn it to Holly to close it out with you. But thank you very much for your time. Take care.
Yes,
You as
Leah,
well.
before we sign off here, I would like you to give any links or places where people can find you and your books.
Yes, repeat that again. Yeah. Hmm.
Alrighty. You can find me at some of my book events coming up, such as Hardin County Public Library, Forest Edge Winery, downtown Louisville, Blankets Books and Cocoa. Or you can go to my website, lpstories.com. I've got my books there. As stated, I'm on Instagram and I'm also on Facebook.
All right.
Very good. Very good. Well, thank you for being a great guest.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for being wonderful hosts. And thank you, lovely audience.
Awesome. You have a great evening. And
Thank you, you as
th-
well.
thank you. And those out there in lovely listener land, join us next Wednesday, same time, same place, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Another great guest, another great chat for the rest of the week. Be creative. A good night, all.